welcome to the
Started that
Whensday
show with a
Warm-Up.
bop.
Yo, today, guys, what a day we had. I don't even know how to introduce us. Yeah, I don't know how to start the show. Niks van Drud. But good afternoon.
Hey,
it's afternoon in Johannesburg, South Africa. It is currently 9 minutes past 1. So, for those who don't follow us on Instagram, you probably missed the notification, the announcement that we made that we were having internet problems this morning, and so that is the reason why we could not go live. And the internet only came back like a couple of minutes ago, about an hour ago. So we are here. But hello, guys. Hello. Let us go on. The show must go on. How are you?
Yo, what's happening, Leandra? And to the rest of our viewers, what's happening, guys? Good afternoon. Top of the afternoon. We'll start with the afternoon because it is an afternoon show. But nonetheless, top of the afternoon.
Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Top of the
Nah, bro. There's no morning.
Top of the
You know,
afternoon.
we in the
Top of the
afternoon.
afternoon.
So top of the afternoon. Top of the morning and top of the evening to wherever
No,
you're
it's
joining.
fine. Top of the noon. Top of the noon.
Hey,
Top of the noon.
Top of the noon.
Top of the moon.
We're not on top of the moon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, guys. Yeah, we live in South Africa, and you know, in South Africa we experience load shedding. So we had a few issues this morning, but yeah, man, we're back in it and we're ready for this topic. It's gonna be an awesome topic. So hang tight. Please do make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share with your folks. And let's get straight into it. What's happening, Jesse?
Sure.
How you doing, broski?
I'm getting you,
See,
bro.
I
I'm
told
good.
you
Come
this-
on,
these
man.
things are gonna
Come
flicker.
on.
Hey, there's
Yeah,
something in
effect.
the water.
Perfect. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Is there water?
Yeah, I
See,
just start
if that
praying.
thing- if that thing Flick so 8 times. Then
Let's not go there. Let's
We
not
are
go
covered by
there.
the blood of the
Let's not
Lamb.
go there.
but yeah, no, good morning to all of you out there. I hope you guys
Afternoon, bro.
Afternoon, you
Sure,
mean?
You see, we completely.
we are.
We are off.
Yeah, no, but anyway, good afternoon to all the viewers out there. I hope you are doing really, really well on this lovely, what's it? Wednesday, still
Wednesday, it's
no?
still Wednesday.
But it feels long though.
It does
Yeah,
feel long.
the day
It
feels
does,
very
because
long.
We've had load shedding for a while, so let's see how it's gonna feel next week when we have water shedding.
Yeah, no. That is our current situation for our international viewers. We're going through the most, guys.
Yo.
Please pray
Yo.
for South Africa.
What song is that? When it rains, it pours. Christian Dior, something like
Like the
that.
word.
I don't know. I don't listen to devil
That's
music.
what happens.
Hello, Jay.
Wow.
Yo, shot.
Yeah.
Ba, ba. Yo.
5 shots
just
couldn't
know-
chop me. I took it a smile. Hey, now I'm back to set the record straight. Let's get
Pastor
it.
Eldrin.
Let's get it.
Singing the wrong song though, bro. When it rains, it pours. You got money for war, but can't feed the poor. Said there ain't no hope for the youth, but the truth is there ain't no hope for the future.
So we got bars this afternoon.
on.
Come on, bro.
That is
on.
the kind of
That's
music
J-Pop.
that
I got
Ladies and
Jesus in my
gentlemen.
sneakers.
Yeah, bro.
Come on.
Jay, how's it, man?
Now we good. We good. Everything is dope. Just like you've been saying, what we've been experiencing over the past couple of weeks and so forth on is
The most we've been going
it's
through
been
it.
crazy, and the fact that it's in the midst of or in the middle of the election is so sad to see.
Yeah.
And you still go and vote for
The
the same party that is obviously
Running the show.
and allowing these things to take place.
Yeah.
It's so sad, but
But you know what, Trey? Do you know what?
What?
Late in the midnight hour.
Hey, man.
God's gonna turn it
Hey.
around. Hey, He's gonna work in your favor. Voila. Yes, it's a music show today. We took over from In Your Fields with the Unk. We are doing the music today, and we are going to be speaking about the spirit behind the music, right? Because we know that music is a potent part of our society, part of life.
It's a big deal.
And music can make or break us, you know. The emotions can rise, the emotions can drop. That's what music does to us. It's like a drug. And it elicits a reaction from us. Sometimes we're feeling, you know, when you said, hey, when it's a breakup.
To more sad.
Tamia, oh, who
Now
do
it's
you
a down.
call when you love someone? Who's that? Brandy. Or is that Tamia?
I don't know.
Who do
They the
you
same.
love when you love someone? Producer, do you know
Monica.
who's that? We've
That
got.
is Tamia.
Huh? Tamia,
Tamia,
yes, I know because
Pull through.
back in the
producers.
day,
Yeah.
our producers over there, you cannot see him, but hello producer, it's so good to hear your voice here in studio.
What's happening?
Hey. All I hear is an echo. Yo.
Oh, he's got the messed up. I hear the echo in
So
my
yeah,
ears as well now.
Nah, but it's not that bad though.
But yeah, no. So we, in light of the recent Travis Scott Astroworld tragedy, we thought let us discuss this conversation. And I just want to put a disclaimer out there, right? The things that we're going to be discussing here can be sensitive to certain viewers. So if you are not in a good mental space to listen to more tragedy, then maybe you should not be watching this. But first and foremost, I just want to say my deepest condolences, my deepest sympathy goes out to the families, the loved ones who has lost their loved ones on the 5th of November 2021 at the Travis Scott incident. There's no way that we're trying to sensationalize this, but it's a topic that we feel that we need to just have, especially, on this show we cover it from a Christian perspective, and we don't run away from our Judeo-Christian worldview. So we are going to be speaking about the spirit behind music and certain music. So just to bring you in light, in case you haven't been following the story, on the 5th of November 2001, there has been a major tragedy. 8 young people dead at the Travis Scott, during Travis Scott's performance. The Astroworld festival that took place. And the ages range from 14 years old to 27 years old. And when I was watching this since Monday, because I only caught hold of the story on Monday, and I was following the story, like not indulging in the story, but following the story as best as I can. And my heart broke. There was one point I was watching the footage and I was like getting teary-eyed because I was thinking, this 14-year-old, I mean, what were we doing when we were 14 years old?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't think that, those things don't cross your mind when you're going. We've been to a couple of concerts. I'm sure you guys have been to concerts. Justin Bieber, I know, Jay.
Yeah.
There was Rihanna that was here. We were Ed Sheeran. There was a number of concerts, also internationally and also locally, that we have local artists whose concerts we've been to. And dying does not cross your mind. People might be thinking about a stampede. You know what I'm saying? It's possible that there could be a stampede, but you don't think that there's going to be such tragedy as in the form of a loss of lives. So first and foremost, I want to open the discussion up to you guys. What do you think about that, Travis Scott? Like, any thought, whether you want to go directly into the spiritual aspect of it or just from a general census, like, what do you think went wrong there? What do you think about the concert? What do you think about Travis Scott? Those kinds of things. Let it rip.
Okay, first and foremost, I think he has a really dope track. How does it go?
Goosebumps.
I get this goosebumps
Bro,
every time.
that track is a jump.
Yeah.
Like, we'll give it to the homie. The homie's talented.
A lot, bro. Even he's on sicko mode.
And Sicko Mode. Sicko Mode as
is
well.
his track.
It's his track.
And it's
Featuring
dope.
Drake,
Yeah, but anyway, I think first and foremost, when you watch the actual footage of the concert, it feels dark already. The first thing that I connected with is the imagery at the top of the, basically like an iceberg type of thing. It's like a mountain type of thing.
Yeah.
But the imagery coming through that whole thing there, it felt so dark. Like, you see that there's hands there trying to hypnotize you, basically. And like, it was hypnotic. But nonetheless, I look at this thing and I'm like, nah, man. For me, Matthew 6:22, the eye is the lamp unto the body. And the moment I saw that, I just turned my phone around. I was like, you know what, I don't think I want to engage in this. I didn't watch any of the videos. I just saw some stuff on Twitter with regards to some pictures and stuff like that. But I also saw like a short video of him just like being in this trance. Like, you can see, like, as if he was, hypnotized or something like that. But anyway, I just felt the darkness in that whole thing, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna participate in this,
Okay.
So yeah.
I wanna know, is it this concert that he had? Because I saw a picture on Twitter where the stage was literally like an upside down cross.
Yeah, it
leading
was this
people to hell.
into.
That's what
It
people
was like
were-
tunnels.
Yeah.
It was like a tunnel into hell. It was this one, yeah.
Was it this one?
Yeah.
What? I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
this
bro,
one.
the stage is a cross, but it's like facing the other
Inverted.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jess, what do you think?
I don't know.
Eish.
I feel like a lot.
Let's talk. If apart from this concert, then let's talk about Travis Scott himself as an artist, because obviously he is the. We can go to any artist at this point in time. You can talk about any artist. You can talk about the imagery in music videos and in concerts and stuff. But let's talk about. If you want to talk Travis Scott alone, let's talk about Travis Scott alone. But let's talk about other artists as well, because this is an isolated incident, because there was tragedy in the form of death.
Yeah.
But there's other concerts that has this, where
Yeah.
Where
it's
it's been
darker than
happening.
this.
Yeah.
Darker in the sense of the imagery is darker, the symbolism is darker.
Even
But
the actual acts, like
Yeah.
there's stuff happening in the audience
yes.
that blows your mind. It's like, bro, that was meant for the room. Like,
Yeah, but what do
private
you
places,
think as
know?
maybe as an artist starting there?
Eish, I can come across as a bit of the evil one in
The
this
devil's
stuff,
advocate.
The devil's advocate
That's
in
cool.
this. Nah. But for me, I feel like a lot of the time we search for things all the time in the stuff. Yes, I'm not taking away from the fact that there's a lot of dark stuff in there. And if you watch even Travis Scott's Netflix thing, you see the type of artist that he is, the type of money and things that he puts into his shows. He always tries to go over the top with all his shows. Literally, Astroworld, literally him, the whole sicko mode vibe with his face there, the entrance with his face and the mouth open and stuff like that. People coming in. He spends a lot of money on it, and his whole thing is he's all about the entertainment. He wants people to basically engage, and he's not scared to put all into it. And I feel like I said, I'm not running away from the things that you see there. Yeah, but I feel like a lot of the time we are taking it out of the thing, man. It's so
Out of
much
context.
eight flames. They're saying, okay, it's so much representing the 8 people that die, and also there's this thing that's circulating now of where they say Travis Scott was like busy singing still while the people were carrying the things and stuff like that. But me and my wife, we've been following it literally from when it happened, when it went on to YouTube and everything. But people don't show you the real clip of that. They just cut it. If they had to play the real clip, because we watched the real clip that goes on, he sings, but like he's singing, he's trying to actually see what's happening still. After that, he actually does stop. He stops the show and he
Yeah,
says he
I've seen
literally
that.
wants to go, what's happening, what's going on.
He
over
stopped the
there.
show like 4 times. I
He
think.
stopped quite a few times, yeah. But with that one, they literally just cut the clip now, and it's like, look, the people there, people's dying, he's still singing and all that. So I feel like it's a whole publicity thing where people's just trying to
Facts.
I'm not going to say spiritualize, because it is a
Or they're
spiritual
pushing an
thing, but
agenda,
they're trying to
maybe.
push an agenda, yeah.
I see what
It's
you're saying, bro,
difficult because it takes away from the tragedy as well that happened. Now they're trying to make it this whole, this,
Spiritual
and now,
thing.
where it's like, okay, in my point of view, I don't think it was a sacrifice.
Okay.
Personally, I don't think it was a sacrifice, because we've been to this concert with all the dark things and stuff, but I don't think he managed as himself standing there was saying, okay, I'm gonna make people die at this concert. Because at the end of the day, you set the atmosphere and everything, but I don't think he at the end of the day would want people to die, because you know what that's gonna do to your brain and your image at the end of the day as well.
Facts.
Okay.
So
Can I just hop in there, bro?
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, bro, with what you're saying, bro, the whole, spiritualizing everything. I mean, the homie was even born on April 30th. That's his birthday. And apparently the Satanic Church was birthed, I'm not sure when, but on the 30th of April as well. So a lot of people were bringing that aspect in as well. But like you said, if you
can't
want
control.
evil, but like, yo, this was when I was born. This was when I was born. But yeah, there are 2 sides to it though, broski.
Satan spawn.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
because
bro.
if you were born on 9/11, are you now part of
I'm part of
Al-Qaeda.
that
part of
that
Al-Qaeda?
whole thing.
Yeah.
But then also with what you're saying, bro, just to not spiritualize everything, we have to look at it from the onset or the get-go of that day. People broke into to
Yeah.
actually get into the concert. So from the onset, it was already over, what's the word? Capacity.
Yeah.
It was already.
But apparently it's also a thing at his concerts.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even with the last concert, the same thing happened where they would break down the fence and
To-
people
to
would
get
run
in.
in, yeah.
So
And-
we have to start from there.
Okay.
From there, I was just security. It wasn't beef.
Yeah,
at all.
so let's go. There's an article that I found. If the producer can put it up on the screen, in the New York Times, and the headline is "No Way Out: A Sudden Life and Death Struggle at a Houston Concert." And so in the tagline, it basically says 8 people died at Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival and hundreds more were injured as investigators sought to determine why and how a surging crowd turned deadly. So it's like you were saying, right? In the past, and I've read about this, where people were saying that Travis Scott incites violence. He says to the crowd, he's like, listen, guys, I want a mosh pit.
Yeah.
Right? I want you to rage, kind of a thing. So, but now
5 seconds.
there's a number of players at work. So are we gonna? Here's the question: do you blame Travis Scott, who we know in the past he's got 2 incidents where he was actually charged with inciting violence and inciting chaos at his concerts? Right? It was first Lollapalooza in 2015, and then there was another incident in 2018 where he rapped by saying it's not a mosh pit if nobody's injured. So he said, if nobody gets hurt, then it's not a mosh pit. So do you blame him? Or do you blame, like you were saying, do you blame Live Nation, who is the organizers of this concert, for not having proper security measures, for not making sure that there's safety precautions? Do you blame the security companies that have been hired? Do you blame, because Drake was also there, apparently now they're trying to rope Drake in.
Yeah,
So
but that's my thing where I say it could become a whole publicity thing. People see, okay, we can make money out of it and all that. Drake was just a feature.
Yeah.
He's getting sued now also all of a sudden. It's like, okay, you invite me to your party. I come to your party. You say rap for me. I rap now. Something happens. I'm now also getting sued. Right, Jesse was also there. He must also pay me something because of what. It's like, hi, Mara. I was just, asked to perform. I
So-
came to do my thing. So why am I getting sued now? So I feel like the media is also driving it in that sense.
Yeah.
But to get back to your question in terms of who do
we
you
blame?
blame? I feel like it goes both ways.
yes.
I feel like it goes both ways because you know the type of, if I take on someone at my, let's just say we take someone here and we know the type of things that they for, the violence and all that.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking to myself, hey, this man, previous concert, people broke down the fence. We need to double up the security now to make sure that doesn't happen again. Okay, when it's inside, it incites violence, people jumping on each other and stuff. We need to try and obviously now see and maneuver how we can go about that. Maybe if you have, I don't know, like tall lifeguard type of thing. You see the lifeguard things that they have there. Maybe with people sitting on back and now watch and
watching,
stuff like
yeah.
that. Just things like that. I feel like it goes both ways.
I think I'll jump
Yeah.
in there. I think in the history of time and humanity, we've seen that we've always needed a leader, wherever we are, whether it be in the church, outside the space, outside the church, wherever there was always a leader involved, and wherever there was a leader, there was people who followed the leader and whatever the leader said. I personally think,
Okay.
to a large extent, majority, that Travis Scott is to be blamed. Because he is the one, like you said, who incites these things to happen. I know for certain, if I go to a Hillsong conference, or a Hillsong worship, or a Hillsong, if I just go to my church, Crystal Church, my pastor's not gonna tell me, or he will set an atmosphere to say, you know, guys, come to the front. Let us give worship. Let us give praise to God, whatever the case may be. And you're going to be there lifting up your hands, pouring out your heart out. And it's going to be a nice, peaceful environment. You know, we also had Jesse, Clay, you yourself, you were there with the factory days. We had mosh pits. Our mosh pits was also heavy, but we knew, hey, there's an extent that we gonna have to go here.
But then again, we were like 20.
We were younger at the same
Yeah.
time. And our mosh pits were like dope. You wanted to be a part of the hype team. You wanted to be a part of that squad. You wanted to be and we had fun doing that.
Yeah.
But like you said, you didn't go there thinking that, I'm going to die today. No. But if you go to a concert where the leader or whoever's in charge is telling you, I want violence, I want this, that, and the other,
You're gonna
the
listen.
possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
You must go there knowing, and now I guarantee you that everyone that is going to Travis Scott's concert next is gonna think I might potentially lose my life because of what has happened. This is only a consequence of what has been planted many concerts before, and now it's materializing, and now it's like, who do we blame? We have to blame the guy who's sitting at the top, making the decisions, giving the public speeches or the public statements to say, hey, I want a mosh pit. If no one does a mosh, someone needs to get hurt. What is that?
Yeah.
You must get hurt.
Yeah.
No, bro.
Okay, let's look at there was 50,000 people, right? So it says that when the tickets went on sale, it sold out within an hour. We know Travis Scott is making waves. He's a Jenner. He's a Kardashian Jenner, right? Travis Scott Kardashian Jenner. Now, then you ask yourself, so the festival was held at NRG Park or NRG Stadium. So I looked at the capacity of NRG Stadium, and it's 71,795.
So they weren't over.
So they weren't overcapacitated. But capacitated, yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Excuse my English. But yeah, so you cannot, in that case, does that then, do we scratch out the owners of the park or the management of the NRG park?
Yeah,
do we scratch that out? Because they weren't overcapacity.
Yes.
They weren't overcapacity.
And I'm sure they had the proper
they weren't
security.
overcapacity, right?
Yes.
Remember, the stage setup that takes up space. So
But that's another thing that I want to
that's a
say.
good-
So now look at the stage,
So
and
it
I
does
want
push
to
down
and
the
I want to
capacity.
go there. So, Clates, if
check
you
it
can
out.
put up the picture of the stage.
Let's check it out.
Please,
check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
So yeah, so this is what the stage looked like. Going back to what you guys were saying about the symbolism, right? This is what the stage looked like, and for me, if you look at the design of that stage, it looks big.
It's huge.
It looks really big, right?
With the 8 flames and the eye. You can see the eye there.
Yeah. And if you see, so let's first talk about capacity-wise. Do you think that because the stage took up, remember, it says here that it can seat 71,795.
I'm against that,
But
though,
nobody
because-
was seated.
Yeah.
They clear out the
They were standing.
the
So
seating. They
meaning
were
more people
standing.
could be.
No,
Right?
Not
not
even
not,
that. I feel like
no.
it was over
capacity.
capacity
Yeah, if-
because even if you listen to the people, they say if your hands is up,
You cannot bring it
bring
down.
your hands back down. That's how full it is.
Yeah, the people were standing like
They had to
sardinkies in
stand
the
like
blood.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
And even if it's that's the capacity 70 how much
71,795.
It's like remember the dome, we were gonna do the dome, RIP to the dome, but shout out
We buy cars.
yeah, the dome apparently I don't know, it was about
Yes.
20k capacity.
Yeah,
but we
20.
were gonna high it and make it into 11 or around 11, 12. So because it can take 20 doesn't mean if
should.
more than 11 pulls up, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because there's certain barriers that's put into place. The fact that we're saying we only want 11,000 people rather in the venue means that the stage is probably big and so forth and so.
But
I would still blame partially. No,
the
I'm-
event
I'm-
organizers,
yeah,
Travis Scott, his
partially
management.
the event organizers,
Yeah.
partially because if we say no, we want 50,000 in, whether
Yeah.
you can take 100,000.
Yes.
If more than 50,000 gets into the venue, you still have to be responsible for.
And I was
for
watching
that.
a video, right, with the people surging. There was a surge, like a crowd of people
Yeah, I
that
saw
broke
that.
down the
And
barriers, right? So once again, it goes back to this thing of in the past, Travis Scott has incited chaos. And so I want to play a video. We won't be able to see it in here, but I'm going to play it from here. But Clates, if you can play, it's the Lollapalooza one. So I'm going to get into the Lollapalooza one, and then you guys are going to see it over here. Hey. So just let me know when you're ready there, Clates, and I'll play this up. Okay. So let's watch this. This was at Lollapalooza. So listen to what he says.
More. He's a real one. That's a real one. More. I want chaos. Don't you kick them off. Don't you can come off, let's go. They're not gonna stop you, Mike, be down there. Everybody that you see, grab them. Everybody that you see, grab them.
He says, I want chaos. And he's saying to the security guards, don't you kick them off.
Let's go.
Everybody that you see in green, which is the security guards, I edited this part out, but he was saying you F them up. Because obviously this is a family channel.
That security guard chatting to Travis.
No, he's trying. Look at what's happening.
You can see the people coming to the front. There's a barrier.
And he's chanting, we want rage.
I need one
That scream
ranger
alone
on
is
each
just
bus.
yeah.
One ranger.
See the security channel.
I want one rager per mosh pit. So now he's calling for rages
So the
to
leaders
come onto.
basically.
Yes. So the video is quite long, but I put the source there. It's M. Sefton on YouTube, and I will link it in the description for you to see the whole video. But obviously, for the purpose of this show, we're just going to be talking about that specific one. So what do you guys then think about that? That was 2015. Then in 2018, I said that he rapped about, he said, if no one's injured, it's not a mosh pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, come on.
Yeah.
What the heck? what does that mean?
Nah.
Someone needs to get hurt. No, bro.
He has to take
And
full responsibility.
let's talk about another element in this whole thing that many people are not talking about. The age group
Oh,
that
Yeah.
he's appealing to.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, in Fortnite, this guy is a king,
Yeah.
right?
Basically.
His concerts are basically held in the game.
Fortnite, yeah.
And who is the audience, the target audience?
It's young kids. Gen Zs, basically.
The youngest person that died was 14 years old. A 14-year-old. So, again, I ask the question, yes, we need to hold people because people need to take responsibility. That is where we need to get to. We can't just allow these, I don't care who you are, but we cannot just allow people to get away with it.
No, you're right.
So,
I think
these
I
are
want to
laws
jump into the. I think I want to jump into the spiritual aspect real quick.
Go
we,
for it.
We see that obviously, the Satan, Lucifer, was in charge of music in heaven.
yes.
According to the book in Ezekiel, it speaks about. Let me just open it real quick. Okay, I'm trying to open it, but I can't find it now. But nonetheless, he was in charge of the music, and he was like the big boss, when it came to music. And we obviously know by doing research that the enemy uses music most of the time to get messages through to our people or the youth. I actually know someone that literally listened to a song, and directly after that song, the young homie committed, suicide. And it was he wrote a letter, and the letter it was lyrics. He says, "For the sake of my family, I have to die," or something like that. And this was lyrics in the song, and I was like, "What the heck?" But we look at how culture is being influenced within the generation, and we see that music
That was a couple of years ago, bro, where suicide was a thing.
yeah, it was like a
thing.
big thing,
I don't
bro.
know what were the lyrics, but was some sort
Yeah,
of thing like
yeah.
suicide is cool and
Yeah, bro,
and in that stage or era,
like
a
the
lot of
suicide
people
spiked
were.
and all of that. So we see that music is a major influence in today's society, and behaviors, the way women get treated, the way the way people dress, the way people indulge in substances, the way they intoxicate themselves, drugs, alcohol. These things come through music. It comes through music, and we know who is in charge behind the music. It is the Satan. It is Lucifer, because
bastard.
he was in charge of music in heaven, and he is sitting behind it, and he's using music to control what is currently happening. And like it or not, you're gonna. For me, this is what happened. Kanye West releases Donda. The first song comes up, Donda, Donda, Donda. You know, first I started praying. I'm like, yo, what's happening here now? You know, because I felt that was a little bit dark. But then I had to do some research to actually realize that was the heartbeat of his mother. And basically his mother, that whole situation that happened there. But music is basically shaping society right now.
Yes. A good point there, and I want to get into the comments, Jess, if you can go there, because it's in line now with the spiritual matter that we're going to. We want to give a shout out to everybody that is on. Thank you so much. Shout out to Jeremy Liberty. Shout out to Martin, who is watching from Namibia. Shout out to Sheldon Banks. Thank you so much for joining in. Jess, do you want to get to that second comment of Jeremy on the spiritual aspect?
The first one.
Okay, you can do the first one as well.
I guess there are a few ways to look at it. 50,000 people versus 8 deaths. Is it not the events managers that failed first? I don't recall Travis advertising he wanted people to get hurt. Okay. Then the second comment is, on a spiritual matter, his audience is attracted to his message just as we would be attracted to Maverick City. Travis can't be blamed alone. The audience followed and participated.
Okay.
But in that, so can I just jump on
Jump on it, Soma.
Okay. So in there, I agree with what Eldrin said. If you are in church and your worship leader tells you, oh, let's put up your hands and start praising the Lord, what do?
You're going to do it.
You put up your hands and you start praising, and if the pastor says speak into tongues and stuff, and you go into it and you get into it.
Yeah.
So if you have someone on stage that's saying, let's incite violence, like you just saw from the video itself, if he says, let's create chaos, I want rage, the people are going to follow. That's what they're going to do. And that's exactly what happened, I feel, in the situation there. If you come there with, because obviously there's prep before everything. He already knows when he comes on stage what he's preparing to do before he actually does it. Yeah. And if you are preparing, you should know that this could be then a possibility of lives being lost, especially if I saw that 2015 one. Now that's hectic. I can't picture being in that crowd. Everyone will be running forward. I'm running back. I'm like,
And so now we look at I was looking at some of the victims, and these are not. There was about 3 guys that I saw. They're not scrawny guys.
Yeah.
They were big guys. These are big guys that...
is this from the security or...
No, the victims of the 8 victims.
Yes.
Of the 8 victims that passed on. These are not scrawny guys, because I've heard a lot of people say, you know, if it was me, I'm a scrawny guy, I would have... Oh, no, some guys were saying I'm a big guy, I could have held my own and stuff. That's not the case. When you are having a crowd surge, I mean, there's a video, it was a copyrighted video, so I couldn't use it. But there was a video, and you can go search for it if you search on YouTube, like Travis Scott Festival Search. The crowd was literally running the barricades over. And there was one testimony that was given from a security guard, and this is the next thing that I want to get into, and it's about drink spiking, drug spiking, drug users at these concerts and stuff like that. And what he says is that he was trying to handle a situation where people were being unruly, and he was trying to handle the situation, and all of a sudden he felt a prick, like a spike in his neck. And he just lost consciousness. And then what happened is there was obviously paramedics on site. So when the paramedics dealt with him, or when they attended to him, not dealt with him, when they attended to him, they injected the drug that you inject basically when somebody's having an overdose. And so what they're finding now is that there's a trend happening in pubs, festivals, these things, and it's called needle spiking. So I'm not too sure what is on the needle itself, but what people are doing now to spike people and to cause people to overdose, and I don't know what sinister, sick thing, because it's a trend. It was first picked up in the UK in pubs and in clubs and in stuff like that, where you just walk past somebody and you prick them and they lose consciousness. And a lot of women have been saying that this happened to them. Obviously, it's almost like it's like drink spiking now. But what kind of atmosphere, spirit is loose? That's not just at concerts, but if you look at where it's being used in pubs and nightclubs and stuff like that, it's where obviously the music is going to be playing, the lights are going to be off, people are going to be intoxicated. It's the perfect breeding ground, if you ask me, for the devil to be at work. People are not focused, people are in a different state of mind. And I mean, this is what I was saying yesterday. You don't even have to be intoxicated. You don't have to drink or do drugs or even smoke a joint. If you are at these, I've been to many concerts. I've been to many festivals. I was also at Rocking the Daisies. I was also at Rocking the Daisies, right? And it was a 3-day festival, music festival. And I wasn't intoxicated at all. I don't drink. I wasn't drinking. There was nothing of that sort. But, Yassi, you in that crowd and Black was there. Black.
Just black.
Yeah, Black was there, right? And he was performing, but Yassi, I don't know what was happening, but I was most
felt
going
right.
with it. And even at every concert, like
That's right.
there's a state of mind that you are in. You feel
And a lot of people can
intoxicated.
attest to that.
I know what it is to feel intoxicated, and for me, it's similar. It's on the same
And you didn't
similar
even have
level,
anything
and
to
I
drink.
didn't even have anything
Exactly
in my
my
system.
point.
So,
Come on.
are you telling me that there is not a spirit at work
There is.
in this?
There is. There's no two ways about it.
Let's go to this. Let's go to lyrics. And I found a specific artist that I want to get to. The lyrics, right, in light of our title. And it's Dancing with the Devil by Demi Lovato, right? Or Dancing with the Devil. And so I just want to read some of the lyrics to you. And you tell me if this does not affect you. And you can go listen to the song if you want to, right? So this is the part, the first line says, "It's just a little red wine. I'll be fine. Not like I want to do this every night. I've been good. Don't I deserve it? I think I earned it. Feels like it's worth it in my mind. Twisted reality, hopeless insanity. I told you I was okay, but I was lying." Then I think this is the chorus. The chorus says, "I was dancing with the devil, out of control. Almost made it to heaven. It was closer than you know. Playing with the enemy, grappling with my soul. It's so hard to say no when you're dancing with the devil." If you look at Demi Lovato's life, and I empathize with her for the things that she's been through, that she's vulnerably shared with her fans, with non-fans, with people in general. But these are people who are influencing. Again, it's youngsters. These lyrics, you can't tell me that it's not disturbing and that it's just a song.
It's not just a
How
song.
is it just as this comes from a deeper place?
Yes.
Demi Lovato is singing about experience. That's right. And you look at her life, and you look at the actions, you look at the drug overdoses, you look at the fact that she was saying, based on the drug overdoses and her accidents and stuff like that, she does have, she has suffered brain damage and so forth. But from a spiritual perspective, Demi Lovato, when I listen to her songs, and she is a phenomenal artist. Oh my gosh. For me, she's one of the best vocalists, right? Female vocalists that as in my age, right? But Demi Lovato sounds like someone who is desperately crying out for help. It's almost like she's in hell. And she's crying out for salvation. So how can you tell me that this does not influence the behaviors and attitudes of people when they are constantly indoctrinating themselves with this music?
I wanna say something real quick. I think for me, where I literally witnessed a transition, and I had a conversation not too long ago about this, was with Hannah Montana. I don't know if you guys remember Hannah Montana. Miley Cyrus, where she was popular. She was like the big Miley Cyrus. But she was popular, like in the Disney, as a Disney character.
World,
And then all of a sudden,
Did she influence you, bro?
no, not me. I'm just saying, like with regards to
You get
women.
the best of both
female.
worlds.
Yeah.
And then we basically saw her coming into the music space, MTV, whatnot, and boom, I came in like a wrecking ball. And that transition, now everyone who followed her as the Disney character that she was, basically was a fan base. It was a fan base.
Yeah.
And all of those fans, they basically
It's like I was
came
saying
in like a wrecking ball.
with Justin Bieber, his current fans, he grew up with his fans basically, or his fans grew up with him, right?
True that.
And yeah, so Jay's
That's
gonna
truly
testify
amazing.
with that. And it's the same with these Disney stars. It's
Can I
the
just
same.
say, Jay drew Justin Bieber
Yes.
for
I
his
think.
grade 12 final art exam.
Wow.
I still got that drawing.
Wow,
I should
bro,
bring it. I
come
should bring
on.
it in soon.
So
You're gonna
Keegan
meet
is
him
saying
one day.
here that it's fentanyl
He's
that's
gonna
on
meet
the
me.
needle.
Oh, okay.
That is the
And
substance
then
that they
Jeremy
use.
Liberty also
You want to
says-
go for that?
Okay, he says, I agree, leaders influence.
Yes.
However, most won't follow if a leader tells you to kill. I don't think the blame is based just on one. We all have to take responsibility for the event and the aftermath.
I still think there's a seed. When a seed is planted, you don't know what's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
But that's what I was about to say. He probably now didn't mean for people to die, but the
wasn't
point that
his
the
intention
seed
for
is
death.
planted to just go crazy and go mal, that could have caused.
And it goes back to someone must take responsibility.
Yeah.
Someone has to take and I get that. I hear what Jeremy is saying, and that we also need to take responsibility for our lives, right? But guys, come on, we were saying in factory days, right? Oh, thank God we had like that positive influence, right? But in factory days, it's like when you see people going buck, and you hear the hype guys telling you to go mad.
Yeah.
Yo.
Go.
You do, yeah.
You are influenced.
And
What is this?
think-
It's crowd influence. You're
Yeah.
not gonna be the only one. Okay, let's say out of those 50,000 people,
Yeah.
how many was gonna be like, I'm not gonna do it? How many was gonna be
Most
like,
of them are gonna-
out of 50,000?
Because also that's the type of he's of mosh pits. When you know Travis, you know
Yeah.
mosh pit. You losing
who
your
was
mind.
it
You
that
going
one of you guys
crazy.
was saying that there was also one incident where
We jumped like this off the stage.
At the elbow.
with his elbow.
Uh,
You can kill someone like that if you hit a certain spot in the head. So you're gonna say he mustn't take responsibility for that.
I think,
And look
yeah.
at once again, sorry, Jay, I want to go to this. Look at his audience, guys. These are people that's gonna at this
They're the
critical
future
stage of
of
your
the
life.
world, basically.
At that critical early teenage stages of your life, right?
and you're also confused at that stage.
You're confused. You're gonna want to do what your friends are doing. So the thing is, a 14-year-old, you are highly influenced. It's so difficult. When I can't want to be an angel. I'm very headstrong, and I'm not easily influenced. But I can admit that I was at that age. You are coming into your own now. You are discovering this new. It's puberty. It's high school. It's
There's a lot of
you like, why is the hair coming under my arms? Like you are in a stage of, and whoever's
all over the
influencing,
show.
and whoever's influencing you
Smell
at
like
that.
Bilderbock, 12 o'clock.
Yo,
12 o'clock in the afternoon, you smell like a
just so wondering,
Bilderbock.
yo.
Exactly. No, like at that stage of your
used to roll
life,
on it.
think about it. That is so critical. Whatever you are influenced in that stage of your life, and by whom you are influenced, it's make or break.
And also, I never thought of the way you put it. Because in my head, I was first also like, yeah, but why would a father allow his 14-year-old son to go? Then when you mentioned that the fact that he was in Fortnite itself, that does actually
plays
play a big part, because you know your brother's into Fortnite and Minecraft
That's your
and all that.
audience.
And when you see those people in those games that you enjoy this much, you're like,
If they
yo.
come to South Africa and they
Bro,
It's like, yeah.
I think, broski, before you go there, for me, bro, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, bro. If you want to take the glory when the show is phenomenal and dope and everything, Travis Scott gets
Yep.
the glory. Wow,
Yep.
So
Travis
when
Scott is. When this stuff takes place, you can't hide away from it as the artist. So you have to take full responsibility for what took place.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I was actually in the Fortnite concert. My brother was in there,
Yeah, I also watched it.
and I was like, "Wow, this is actually."
And it
dope.
was
Dope.
quiet.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Yeah.
It was sick. And
Yeah.
but I think the thing is, someone said it yesterday on the show yesterday's show, where today's youth is out of control, Leandra, and that's the honest truth. And now even today's youth, what message is being planted? Like what what seed are they getting?
I
And now,
totally
what,
get
what
it,
does
bruh.
tomorrow look
get
like?
so emotional.
Here's the thing. I just want to say this real quick.
Because
Thank
that
God.
voice dropped now.
I-
What seed, land?
No, but it's
Yeah,
true.
but here's
Yeah.
the thing. Sorry about that. But here's the thing. You said it. We are thankful that there was someone that looked after us at that pivotal time in our lives. And now, because of the Holy Spirit that is within us, we know that we cannot participate in concerts like that, or we cannot participate in conversations like this or that. It's the Holy Spirit inside of you that gives you the conviction to say, hey, what are you doing? You know that this is...
And
and
now-
now,
bro,
whoa,
now that we
let me just finish real quick. And now, I'm not saying that those people don't have the Holy Spirit inside
I
of them.
was just about
For those-
now that we can't participate, we listen to that music. Let's be honest.
No, we do.
It's just
but
we form a
to an
mindset
extent, it's like, hey,
of
yeah,
we
this
don't
is
just
too
fall
dark.
into
Yeah, we know what's right. We know what's
Yes,
wrong.
like this is too dark. I don't want to listen to this. But anyway, I'm saying that how many of those people actually don't know what it is to have the Holy Spirit inside of them? We spoke about the one guy that said he's an atheist, and he said that he could feel that was a sacrificial pit.
He
And
was there.
He was there, and he said that something told him that he shouldn't participate in that. And I think he even said that it could have been God.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even believe in God.
No, he's not really a religious person or whatever, but he's like massively influenced by Travis Scott and his music, because he's also like all these youngsters want to be rappers, and they are influenced by these guys.
And the way they dress also.
Yeah, but he was saying like he felt like it was something very sinister about the atmosphere, and it was like it felt sacrificial.
Man. Yeah.
That's what he was saying.
Not just that, like I mentioned, my wife also went to one of his concerts when he
Yeah.
was in SA.
Yeah.
And she herself said it was like a weird
Feeling.
concert, a weird feeling. It's like people's just losing their minds and they're going wild here. And she's like, okay, it's the first time ever in my life, because she's been to a hell of a lot of concerts. And she says it's the first time in her life where she ever felt like, but this is a weird concert. That the atmosphere is just different.
Bro,
Okay.
our fight is not against flesh and blood, bro.
Guys, let's go into this. I wanna just if you can bring up that
Bring it up.
the last
Bring it
picture
up,
there.
producer.
I think
Bring
it's
it
number
up.
2, if I'm not mistaken, or it could be 3.
It's
But it's
2,
an
yeah.
article by that was in the Rolling Stones, right? And so the title reads, Satan, not Travis Scott, is to blame for Astroworld tragedy. TikTok geniuses declare. Some videos on the platform, which is TikTok, which have received more than 1 million views, claim 8 deaths were the result of demons. So I want to go to this part in the article where it says here, on TikTok, where some videos have gained millions of views, typing Astroworld into the search bar generates Astroworld Festival Demonic as one of the top suggestions. People have said, and this is where you come in, Joe, when you were saying that the stage was shaped like an inverted cross leading to a portal of hell. And if you know anything about hell, you know that when people describe hell, people that have been to hell and back and whatever the case may be, they say it's like portals into hell. There's portals into hell, basically, right?
So you feel like you're falling through a pit. Type of
Yes,
thing.
yes. So there's the shape of the stage as you can clearly see there. And it says here
That does not look like hell.
does it not? Or is it sarcastic? Okay, sarcasm alert.
Okay.
Okay, and it says here that which they believe
But you never know.
were represented by the arch-shaped stage on set, right? They also point to a shirt that Scott wore at the show that depicts human figures walking through a door and emerging with what looked like horns, as further evidence that Scott was leading fans to hell and sacrificing people's lives intentionally. A representative from TikTok said that this content violates community guidelines and the company is working on taking action against it, including with in-search suggestions. Another thing that came up was I'm not too sure if it was this concert or if it was another concert, but on the LED screens it said, "See you on the other side." Right, so that was the messaging.
Yeah.
See you on the other side. Now I'm not sure if it was this concert or if it was his
That's this
previous.
one. The things
Was it this
change all
one?
the time, yeah.
So that is LED screen. So the LEDs keep changing, and there was messaging that pops up. And if you know anything about subliminal messaging, it plays on the subconscious. So if it constantly flashes up in your mind, before you know it, it starts manifesting in your behaviors and your attitudes and stuff. So what do you guys think about that?
Can I just go into comments quick?
Go
Go,
for
bro.
it.
Okay, that's like the one that Martin says. It says it's crazy and dangerous. I believe entertainment has moved into worshipping of gods on stage that we don't even know. And we
That's
know
good.
music is powerful. We see the biggest book in the Bible, Psalms. Their common
That's good.
saying is you can lead a donkey to the water, but you can't make it drink. But now we see through advertising and marketing techniques, you can create a thirst for the donkey to drink.
So
So
good.
behavior at the event
Wow,
was all
Martin.
planned, not a coincidence.
Wow, Martin.
Beautiful.
Wow. You
Broski, I
articulated
think you
it
should come
perfectly.
to the show, man.
Martin will be
We should
our
get you on a
anchor
flight.
from Namibia. so that's true. You create enough thirst, the donkey's gonna be drinking the water.
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
So now, guys, I want to play one last video. Clayton has got it there, and I want you guys to tell me what you think about this. It's Travis Scott's apology, right?
Yeah, I've
so he
watched it.
apologized. What do
checked it
you
out
guys think? I don't know, Joe. Do you want to maybe
We're
come
waiting
this
for
way?
Stormy to apologize.
Yo.
I'm joking.
I know what's
Okay. Clayton, you can play it.
I could never imagine anything like this just happening. I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, you know, anything that's going on, I just stop the show and, you know, help them get the help they need, you know. I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The City of Houston, HPD, Fire Department, you know, everyone to, you know, help us figure this out. So if you have any information, you know, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated. Just keep you guys informed on what's going on.
it's too disconnected.
Love you all.
So, what do you guys think about
too
that
disconnected.
apology?
To say you could never imagine,
If you're inciting violence.
you can't imagine it. It's too disconnected for me personally. I mean, shout out to the fact that he, you know,
He's
come
trying
out
to-
and actually apologize and so forth.
And
which is
trying
cool.
to like help the families and stuff.
But I just think it's disconnected.
Yeah, if you read into it, and a lot of people's like, I know a lot of people's gonna say like people are reading too deep into it and stuff like this. But if you look at his body language, I'm not a body language expert, and I don't like really. I watch these body language videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This part of your head, right? It's your forehead. It's in the word. This introduces you. It opens up your face. It opens up the eyes. And the eyes is the windows to the soul. So obviously people's going to say now it's getting spiritual, but just bear with me, right? He's concealing, because where else are you cannot hear the emotion in his voice. It's flat, it's monotonous. There's no real, you cannot hear the emotion in, if you would I've listened to Ariana Grande's apology when there was that bombing at her concert, right? She was devastated. Her voice was shaking. There were people who lost their lives. We're not talking about just people being injured. These are 8 people, 8 of your fans have lost their lives. The youngest being 14 years old. He's doing this throughout the video. He has not removed his hand from his forehead. It's like he's trying to conceal something. Like he's trying to put on a show. You know, he's overcompensating for something that's lacking. And for me, it's the emotion behind it. He's doing this the whole time. He says in the beginning, that first part, obviously, I think it might have been edited. The source is Reuters, so I got it from Reuters. And that's
edited.
right, so it was
That's a lot.
edited. So obviously there's parts in there that he probably mentioned, or there was things that, but I can imagine He's constantly doing this up until the very end of the video, right? And so you watch this and you hear what he's saying, and he's like, I'm devastated, but we're working on it. Like, you know, he switches too fast between emotions. And like anybody who knows anything about emotions, yes, we cannot say how people grieve. People grieve differently, right? Like, in acting class, we always, my acting coach always says this. He says that if, for instance, you hear that you just heard news that somebody close to you passed away, you're not gonna go, not everybody's gonna do that. Some people's gonna finish the sandwich that they're making and they'll still be able to eat. So you can't say that, oh my gosh, he's so disingenuous because he didn't, he's so disingenuous because he didn't even cry or there was no emotions. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that he was completely, like Jay, you said he was disconnected. There was no connect to the real emotional, the grappling with the reality that, guys, 8 people died at my concert while I was performing.
Yeah, and the reason why I'm saying it's disconnected because of the whole setup and everything.
I continue.
I go, bro.
Nah, bro, the whole setup, just...
Does it feel fake?
Yeah.
Or it doesn't
like
feel genuine?
Doesn't feel authentic to me. There's Raylene likes
Look
to
at
tell
the
me
stage,
this.
bro, the fire,
There's
the
no-
whole setup,
there's
the
no-
upside down
Oh,
cross.
you're talking about...
I'm speaking about
stage
that.
Oh, you're talking about the stage.
I'm speaking of the stage setup and, the atmosphere that was created. For him to say stuff like, I can't believe that. It's like, yo, bro.
Where do you live?
Like,
where have you
your
been?
stage setup and look at the atmosphere you created for you to say,
The messaging that you're
yeah.
giving out, meet you on the other side.
Yes, like if we're in church and we're saying lift up your hands and have a connection, you have a spiritual encounter with God. I'm not gonna be like, I can't believe you had a spiritual encounter with God.
I can't believe it.
Sorry, the atmosphere was there. It
The
was
atmosphere
created.
was there, conducive for a.
That's true. That's good. That's good, Jay.
Yo, guys.
Yeah, I don't think that was sincere. Big, like you said, shout out to the homie for apologizing, getting in touch with the family. But we see what, when we speak about the Illuminati and the Masonry and all of that, we know that sacrifice, like sacrificial offerings, is a big deal for them, based on the conspiracy theories. And also, if you just do your own thinking, sometimes we see that these things do happen, and there's research behind it. So if also you want to go into that whole sacrificial thing, it is legit and it happens, and I think that something took place there, and hopefully it will be revealed soon.
So we've reached the end of our show. Yeah, I wanna be honest with you. It weighs heavy on my spirit. You know, when you just feel heavy from this tragedy. That's what this incident, that's what it does to me. It makes me emotional. Because I was watching some of the videos, and also I didn't want to play it here because I also feel like, sensitive viewers and stuff like that. And I don't want people to be exposed to that, especially if there's a younger audience watching. I don't want to expose them to that. There was one video where a girl goes up onto the stage.
I saw that.
And she is shaking. She doesn't, when has this ever happened to you where tragedy hits and you don't know what to do? You're looking at the situation, you're like, what must I do? Right? That was how she was crying out for help. And she was like, help, somebody is...
Stop the show, yeah.
Yeah, she said, I don't want to use the D word that means like, but she said that somebody is lifeless. Let me use that word. Somebody is lifeless. Please stop, help. And the guy that was recording, like the cameraman, he was shooing her off like, get off. Like he was upset for the fact that she's coming in his shot here. And he's like, get off. And the mere fact that people, with all that's happening, I saw videos of lifeless bodies being carried out, crowd surfed out of the thingy. And this is people recording. They're recording the tragedy that's happening around them. That's how Travis Scott, what happened in his audience is a direct confirmation of what he said in his video, and the fact that I could never imagine. It's like he's in a dwell. You know, it's like he's high or he's hypnotized. Yeah. And I feel like that is the exact message that was carried over in his audience and that was manifested in the crowd there. That people were so disconnected from the fact that there are literally people who has lost their lives around me. Some people were giving eyewitness testimonies that, you know, the show went on. There were people that were laying lifeless there and people were just like, Cho. And then kind of a thing. The gravity, guys, where are we? When did we get to this point where we don't care for another life? So then again, do we blame ourselves? Do we have blood on our hands? The people standing around those people that saw the distress, but they were so focused on the show and getting a good shot and being part of and pushing forward. Because those people that...
Yeah, I think...
those people that lost their lives there, in that place, it was as a result of their neighbor. Because their neighbor, either they lost, people were saying that it was cardiac arrest in some cases. They're still doing investigations based on the autopsies that they're doing. Cardiac arrest. It could have been loss of air circulation or ventilation. It could have been the spiking incident because that is still being investigated. It could have been as a result of the stampede. So your neighbor, yes, Travis is the one that is there that gave out the message.
But if you see someone laying next to you,
and if you are so desperate to push forward and create rage, should you not take responsibility? Because now we're not talking about the crowd's responsibility. And this is where Jeremy was talking about.
Yeah.
About when is the crowd going to start taking responsibility? Because yes, we can push the blame. We can blame Travis. We can blame the event organizers. We can blame the management of the park, the stadium. Yeah. We can blame the parents for sending their children so young. We can do all those things. But when are we as spectators, onlookers, participators gonna start taking responsibility? Even entertaining guys like Travis Scott, who we know incites violence. Yes, his music is great, but there's many artists whose music is great, but their messaging isn't that great. When are we gonna continue? When is it gonna get to a point where we're gonna say, guys, enough is enough, I draw the line? When it's our kids, when it's somebody you love. When is that gonna happen? Then because it affects you, then you can be empathetic. So closing remarks on that statement. What do you guys have to say?
I actually, because of this whole situation, I deleted a few albums off my phone yesterday. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pay more attention to this whole music thing.
Yo, you mentioned that, Elton. I just have to mention this. It's something that really, it's not completely disengaged from this conversation. The R. Kelly debacle, fiasco, right? It came out that that the allegations against him were true, right? He was charged for that. He was charged for his sexual misconduct. He was also part of a trafficking ring of young children, right? So, and I've heard people close to me, when I say, I don't want to listen to R. Kelly anymore, put off that music, then they're like, how? You're going to believe these girls and stuff like that. They just want money. And how do you know if it's true and stuff like that? And you can't just cancel him now because his music was always good for you. Yes, his music was always good for me. I was under the deception of his music, but now I know better. So now I can make better decisions and more informed decisions. So I don't want to listen to R. Kelly because I'm a woman, right? If that was me, how would I have felt? If that was my sister or my cousin or my little nephews and nieces that were growing up, because it was both boys and girls, if that was your children, would you have still supported R. Kelly? Why can't we place ourselves in other people's shoes? What is so difficult about it? So then again, I ask, are we not to be blamed for the things that's happening? We giving these guys power. Money is power. We buying their CDs. We
Downloading the
enabling.
music.
You are enabling these people.
Yeah.
You are enabling R. Kelly. You still listen to his music. You still download his songs because it makes you feel good. But what spirit is behind the man that makes him do these things to young girls? The abuse that they had to go through, the human trafficking. Guys,
Yeah. Like I said, I deleted a few albums off my phone yesterday, and I think that we're gonna have to start paying attention to the music that we listen to. I have been doing this, I think, since 2018, but I think it's important that we listen to the messaging, what actually is being communicated there, and we're just gonna have to be very careful and stop saying that, no, this is a conspiracy theory, this, that, and the other, because God also says that whatever happens in the dark, I will bring it
To light.
I'll
Yeah.
show it to you. So when God reveals certain things to you, when certain things get revealed, don't say that it's a conspiracy theory, or no, they're stupid, they just trying to make money. No, my friend, this is biblical. It is being revealed unto us. And I think it's just for us to make better decisions and just to love the right way.
You guys, Jason, Jay?
Jay?
Hey, bro, I don't know. It's just so sad, especially for our kids, like you mentioned, Lee. And yeah, I think it's up to us, the whole term cancel culture. I think
Cancel the right people.
yeah, we canceling the people that shouldn't be canceled, and we uplifting the people that should be canceled. And I think it is up to us at the end of the day to draw a stop to all of this.
We have the power to
We
do
have
that.
the power. If we as the people have the power to magnify and uplift these people, I think we also have the power to cancel them.
Good one.
Or the message.
Chase.
Love it. I agree with Jay.
Everything that Jay said, yes.
Everything,
That
and, that's my closing statement as well.
Mr. Producer. Oh, is that your
No,
closing
it's
statement?
done.
Mr. Producer, what do you have to say?
From my side, I just want to say that we kind of saw it coming. You know, like when we didn't believe people back in the day, when we used to say that they are overly spiritual, they are, like they're reading too deep
much into it,
things.
yeah.
And sometimes you actually have to read deep into things to discover what is hidden from you. Because if I want to hypnotize you, I'm not going to put it in front of you. It's going to be subtly there to for me to give my message across. So I'm just from me, just be aware of what's happening around you. Explain. Explain. Yeah.
I agree.
Just be aware of what's happening around you, your surroundings and everything happening in society at the moment. Like Eldrin said, we're in the last days. So for us, we have to be more sensitive to what's happening.
Yes.
The message of the Antichrist is driven everywhere. Like, guys, Netflix, let's start there. Even in cartoons, everything that we watch, everything that we consume, that's what we have to watch out for. And everything that we hear and listen to. So, yeah, from my side is just wake up.
Yes.
Come on.
Be woke.
Stay woke. Stay woke.
Yeah.
So that's it from us. Thank you so much to everybody who participated once again. Shout out to Sheldon Banks, Keegan. We've got Jeremy. We've got Martin. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate your comments, man. We appreciate your input. Absolute gems that were dropped here. Pearls of wisdom. Things that we should really think about. And yeah, so do introspection. See what are you engaging with and what are you supporting. And watch out for our kids, please. Those are our future. That's the future of the world. So please watch out. And thank you so much, everybody. Tomorrow we've got Talk with Joan with the Gap Fest. We've got the ladies in studio. Once again, they're also coming with hot topics, I must just say. And then Friday we've got In Your Fields with the Young every single day at 9 a.m. If you have not yet, please subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and you will be updated on when we are on, what we've got going on, and you'll never miss a beat. And also, if you like this, please hit that like button and share with your loved ones, share with your friends. Let the message Yeah. Let the message fly, yo. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a blessed week, Father. Bye.
Deuces.